Welcome
back
to
Dadventurous.
That's right. Another episode, another beautiful Monday morning, depending on when you're listening to this. And I got two other voices with me today, as you can probably tell. The mom's joining the table once more to reprise her role, the Nightmire. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Sweet. Daughter, you have to be here legally contracted.
What? I didn't sign anything. I'm a minor.
So we're going to jump right back into it here in a little bit. And I think I'll probably do a recap, maybe, because even though she's here, the daughter is not here. Mel is not here. So we're going to jump into a story with the mom's character. And hope y'all are ready. Last time on Dadventurous, the Mirelight had some revelations of sorts.
The Mirelight?
I keep doing that. Why did you pick Nightmire and Mirelight? They're so close, which is, of course, the point. Regardless. Boom, 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 Dadventurous. Anyway, I was talking to the kid on a rooftop. She was depressed. She was moody. Basically everything a teenager, sort of expect from. But she had a friend missing, Caroline Lockwood, that turns out might have had a similar fate as to what befell me, Marv, in case anyone's confused whose voice this is. I hope I got through to her. She was emotionally charged, but I think overall Mel and me were able to convince her to help out, and that maybe by helping us deal with the gallows and find this missing gal of Mel's, that we'd be able to help her figure out her friend's missing life soul. ? I don't even know. Anyway, last we left her, she was going to go find clues for us for a Silas Gallows lair called the Hangman's Noose, and I don't know what happened after that. K. We're back in normal voice. Marv is gone.
Marv has disappeared once more.
Nightmare. Rooftop. Dark scene. Exterior. Rainfall.
Okay.
Fog. Like little poofs of fog every time the rain hits the roof. It's thick tonight. This nighttime thing. This is your third night trying to track down this Hangman's Noose. You have spent the last 3 days causing chaos for the Gallows family, the MMCD, and, of course, any events that may have popped up for your father's things. If you want to throw out any improv of what kind of fun stuff you think you might have done in the last 3 days, we'll say in the last 3 days, your infamous reputation up here, especially amongst the Gallows family, has grown.
Mm-hmm. The thing of note that I've probably been doing is instead of journaling, I've been talking out loud to my purse. So, and I feel very weird about it, and I've mentioned that a whole bunch. The whole, dear Caro, things have gotten weird, and it's kind of, I think I'm talking to you. You're in there somewhere, right? If you could respond, that would be cool.
Make an insight check.
Okay. A 19.
19? 2 weeks ago, a week ago, a couple days ago, you might have just thought it was the sensation of a feeling that your own body would have, something like happiness, something like comfort, but you have that feeling well up inside of you, and part of you wonders and thinks and knows maybe it's not coming just from you. It's coming from that sensation in a purse because of all those stinking nat 20s that were rolled last time we did this. So you know more than you should, but anyway.
So I think that I've been journaling. I've been talking to her all of this time. So a lot more, like, even as I'm writing, I'm saying it out loud more. And I'm attached, like, literally at the hip. This thing is attached to my belt now, going everywhere with me. And I'm monologuing. I am constantly just like, Caro, watch, I'm throwing this, smoke bomb and things like that. So as I have been disrupting Gallows family things, dealing with trying to sneak around my house to see if I can find some information, past the dog, just constantly chatter, that loneliness kind of chatter of like, no, there might actually be somebody here. So as I'm standing on this rooftop now that's all rainy and foggy, Carol, this feels really like epic. Watch this. And I do like a slow motion, like walk through the fog as I kick it up as it's like raining down and kind of giggle at myself and then get quiet as I'm peeking over the edge.
Yep. Real quick for me, can you roll 2? Let's call them, I'll let you decide between investigations or stealths.
Okay. I get advantage on stealth. So I'm going to do that.
Sounds great.
So do you still want 2 advantage rolls? Okay.
That's fine.
I only got a 13 on roll 1 and a 15 on roll 2.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. You are looking off the rooftop and you are kind of off to the edges of kind of the section of skyline, almost near your house a little bit. There's this one final Gallows family hideout. You've heard about this potential factory where maybe they're making some of these like crossbow weapons that got fired upon you guys once upon a time. You don't know this, but Mel's been searching for these things too. But you have found this one last place that you think you're like, this probably isn't the Hangman's Noose, but this might have one last bit of information. The election is now tomorrow. You were told by Mel that if you could find anything in the days before, you could leave a note at this croissant shop. That didn't work for you. And so we find ourselves, clock is ticking down.
Okay.
And so as you're looking over, you see this long bridge kind of separating from the main part of the Bridges Market area. You know that your home is on a separate skyscraper a little off to the side that a gondola is running to. This one doesn't have a gondola running to it. It's just a bridge going out. And on the bridge, just a little bit below you, you see a freight cart moving across the steam-powered thing. 2 guys driving it with these big crates. Mel, you had seen something like this too, but moving out towards this building.
Okay.
And you have done your research. You have done some stealth checks here. No one seems to immediately notice you. You know that getting into this building is going to be tough with this long single bridge out to this warehouse conversion of the skyscraper building. What do you want to do in this moment?
Is there space on that freighter for me to like fit in between boxes?
You can try. Yeah. I'd let's say do a little acrobatics check, maybe.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to drop down.
Okay. You could grapple hook down.
I have a pole of collapsing, so I kind of want to be able to bring it out to place it like kind of launching out kind of for that like pole leap, but then I'm gonna collapse it as I land, kind of to give me that softer landing.
Have you seen those like those sheep? Is it like Scotland or Ireland? It's like a shepherd's pole. They carry around these like 20-foot poles. Yeah. And they jump off cliffs and use, this is real,
That's
use
a thing.
like squeeze pressure to slow their descent because the pole hits the ground first and then they slow down.
I have seen those. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So that's my thought process is I'm going
it's
to
very cool. Yeah.
So I want to like try to plant it and then collapse it on the way down to give me kind of that softer
I like
landing.
that. Acrobatics check, just, because.
Yeah.
Not a super high DC, but...
I got a 21.
21. Like a skilled professional, you descend silently, swiftly. You look up at that freight cart. There's a couple big wooden crate type things on it with the Gallows family logo on them. And you look right between them and you're like, I could fit in there. So you dive in and squeeze yourself in to this little liminal space between these two.
I'm still, it's dark, it's rainy, it's gloomy, so I'm trying to use that as to my advantage as most as I can.
Okay.
So all of my black everything, except for the shiny little purple purse that's on my hip.
I think you hear the 2 guys driving the truck. One of them's like, "Oh man, just the last run of the night, then I get to go home and eat some food that my wife cooked for me." I'm just kidding. I live alone.
Well, Wait, are you all right?
I've never been all right. I'm sad and lonely.
You and I need to take a lunch break one of these days.
And they trundle along, chatting back and forth as the Nightmire is hiding in the back. Pretty soon, you hear one of the guys or somebody from like a distant voice goes like, "You guys got to drop off?"
Yeah, last run of the night.
I'm making the daughter improv all this stuff.
I know nothing.
All right, bring it on in. And you start hearing this like of a door being raised up.
Don't drop it on us like you did last time.
As you drive by, the guy's like, "They'll never let me live that down." And you enter into Out of the Rain. It gets quiet. Well, I shouldn't say it gets quiet. The rain gets quiet. But as you enter in, you actually hear a lot of sounds of machinery, fabrication, whatever you want to call it. There's stuff happening in here that you can hear.
I'm super nervous that they're then going to then unload this cart very quickly. So I want to peek out and see if there's a place that I can dodge to that might not be
Perception check.
on fire tonight. 24.
Not only do you look over and see that there is a stairwell up to a raised catwalk balcony thing, the guy who's closing the gate behind you, it seems to be getting stuck, and so he's just not even remotely looking your direction.
Sweet.
So you easily think you could slip out and make your way to this catwalk.
Totally go up a catwalk is where I belong. So
Nice.
I just dodge my way out there, all as just wind whisper quiet as I can be, looking for an office, looking for paperwork, looking for any sort of something noticeable, something that Mel had wanted to like clue me in on if this is going to be helpful at all.
Okay. You start moving silently up the catwalk. Why don't you give me another advantage stealth check, just to see how stealthy we are?
A 26.
A 26.
You're
Jeez.
just getting better.
So, you clamber up this catwalk, and everyone's, they're focused on their own thing. So, in a way, it's less stealthy so much as just like there's so much happening in here. It'd be hard for them to even notice anything else, because as you look out and see, there's a bunch of these people, Gallows family members, working at little workshop desks. You notice that they are putting together that same like powerful crossbow fireball shooter that launched at you and Mel on that rooftop of the baker's shop in your escape. There are a lot of these getting put together. This is the more weapon-focused warehouse that is being made here. A little bit of a reminder that you just realized with your revelations with Mel too. Your father's money is very much going towards this.
Yeah.
And this is probably the first time in your research of like hitting little Gallows item handoffs and like hitting up over a building that you thought might have some notes and nothing. This is the first time you're seeing it like firsthand. This is something bold, new, and probably a little bit scary.
Well, and for the most part, your worst Nightmire's intention was to just ruin her dad's day. And so this is a lot more like information grabbing and a lot more real feeling than just angsty revenge. So I do think Sarah would be feeling a little nervous and a bit more like pressure to succeed at something. So I want to know, are there any crossbow unfinished bits or finished bits that are kind of nearby-ish that I could maybe snatch?
Not by going up the catwalk.
Okay.
This is all down below.
So I'm just noticing that.
Yeah,
that's
you're
what
just
they're-
noticing
okay.
it. Not that you couldn't do that, but like in terms of nearby, no, they're down
I
below.
think I would keep an eye out for one,
Okay.
so that I could look at it closer.
Yeah.
Later.
You make your way up a little bit further, kind of scoping it out. With what you got for stealth, you think you could probably pretty easily. There's a couple unattended tables. Maybe you could find something. But for now, that's down below and you're up high. As you are up high, there's also an office kind of at the other end of this warehouse building across this catwalk. So you're going to go kind of over the top of these people to get
Okay.
over there. So if you wanted to try to snag something or do something, that's up to you.
was wondering if I could. No, I think that that might end up taking too much time, and I do know that I'm on a time constraint. So I would just be maybe looking to see if I can find one in another room that for storage or something later. But knowing what I'm looking for now.
Yeah. So with that stealth roll you made before, you start making your way across towards this office.
Mm-hmm.
I think partway across, I'm gonna make a roll. You got a 20 what on your stealth check?
26.
Yeah, I think you said 26. A guy comes out of the office with somebody in tow holding a clipboard, and they're just like arguing, and they immediately like take a turn. They don't come down your catwalk at all, and they just start heading downstairs. They have no clue. You got this open office door in front of you.
Oh yeah, I dash in.
And you dash in. Okay, as you dash in, the lights are still on in here, soft, kind of reddish orange amber glow of these lights, magical on the walls. And inside here, like a foreman's desk.
Is there
stuff.
a window
Yeah,
that I need to worry about?
Big window overlooking the factory down below. But also, this is like a window that would look down at people. Angle-wise, you're probably fine. You might want to stay a little crouched.
I think that I would try to angle myself so that I can maybe see out the window, but it's going to be harder to see directly.
Okay. Yeah, like if you got behind the desk.
I'm in like a, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Getting behind the desk, go ahead and make a investigation check for me as you enter into this room.
Nat 20.
Jiminy.
Whoa.
Rimini. The nat 20
that's
is
a
on this stuff.
24.
Okay, kind of like a surge up again from that maybe Caro, maybe not sure. You kind of like you're worried about your stealth. You're positioning yourself. You're worrying about positioning, and then like a twinkle at the corner of your eye, some other force that makes you turn and look. You see on the wall there's this map that is pinned to the wall, and there are various locations marked on it. And there's a couple that you actually went to this location a couple days ago, and it was Gallows family like safe house. And then there's other marks on the map too, and you get the idea with this map, this full map here, that these are like factories, these are safe houses, these are skyline focused Gallows family spots.
Is there anywhere on the map that looks like something that I haven't been to?
Mm-hmm. There's one, and it's honestly like right near the Bridges Market, not in the market, but it's actually kind of right in the main hub of the map where most of the cluster of Mirelight city buildings are. And with stupid nat 20, you notice that it's not just a normal dot, actually. You actually notice that it is a tiny little noose on there.
I very much take down that location. That maybe I pull out my journal and sketch a quick dot star map.
I think that's
it's very,
fine
very,
with a nat 20. I'll roll. That's the last good thing you get from your nat 20.
Nice.
You actually are probably impressed by your drawing.
It would be just like a real quick idea of generalized location.
Yeah.
So that I can maybe present that to Mel. But looking around desk space, anything else?
Yeah,
in
so
here that is
you start looking at the desk. Quickly, you're looking through it. You notice that there is, I'll say that there's like a locked drawer on the bottom that catches your attention, but mostly it's kind of just like, oh yeah, there's some blueprints for some of the weapons and things like that, but Mel had already gotten stuff like that.
Okay.
There's not a lot of incriminating or interesting
This
evidence.
is definitely like office work.
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Okay.
But there's a locked drawer on the bottom of the desk too.
How is Sarah feeling about time?
I don't think you have any idea.
The election is tomorrow, all day?
Tomorrow, early afternoon, late morning, pretty early in the day, yeah.
Okay,
You're probably within the realm of 24 hours
okay.
before. I'm sorry, 12 hours before.
12 hours before. In all honesty, Sarah's tempted because locked things. She owes Mel something. I might give it a singular try.
Okay.
But then time frame wise, I'm going to try to bail out of here.
With those tools that Commissioner Renshaw had given you, that bag of tricks, you pull out a lockpick set and sleight of hand.
I'm rushed. I still got a 13.
A 13.
14.
A 14. I'm going to say with a 14, you start getting that tumbler, turning and everything. You hear a first click and you feel like You could maybe get it if you try one more time, but you are going to have to attempt it again with a higher DC.
I'm focused. I'm focused. I might actually get more information to help me with Caro. I've got an idea of where the hangman's noose is. I'm out of here.
Okay. So you step out. Another stealth check, please.
Sure. 21.
21. You dash back out to the catwalk and looking out over this warehouse again, you see the guy that had left the office. He's coming up the stairs to your right. You got a clear shot in front of you. He's not paying any attention. You can make your way across once more. You're heading back towards that main door.
Is it still open? Can I see across the warehouse?
Yeah, make a perception check.
20, not nat.
Your rolls, Jiminy. You see the guy is like yanking on the chain like it's not working, and it's partway down, but it's not, you could get out currently.
Okay, I'm going to go for that, very action movie-esque where I do the
Are you
whole
trying
hip
to
slide.
Before you do that, you had previously talked about wanting to try to get a crossbow thing. Are you going to try to do that at all?
I'll try to as I get down from the catwalk and I'm back down on ground floor to get out, I will try to snatch something and
Okay, so
dart.
coming down the catwalk, you're going to have to go towards the factory a little bit. So you're going to have to do more stealth checks.
Okay.
Or mad dash checks. Chaos, whatever you want to do, but rounding the corner of this catwalk, you're gonna have to kind of
I got the information I wanted, and it's in my nature to cause a little bit of trouble, so I'm actually not going to stealth. I'm gonna pull out that smoke bomb, toss it in the back, and yell fire. So Sarah's just going she makes her way down the catwalk. She's got the space, she sees the open thing, she gets a little smirk, and just pops that smoke bomb, tosses it in towards the middle, and oh my gosh, fire! And then I want
to somebody.
Oh no, my dinner's not gonna be ready anymore. And
I thought you said you didn't have
I want
a
to try
wife.
to smash and grab.
Okay, you smash and grab. Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand, I guess, again.
Yeah.
You're still trying to kind of get a jump on
Oh
that.
no! I've been rolling too good. I got a nat 1.
Oh
Okay, I think what happens with the nat 1 and says you rush forward, you reach out, you grab that crossbow, and this big burly hand reaches out through the smoke that's forming and grabs your arm.
Oh no! Okay.
And you look up. Daughter, do you want to be a big burly nonsense gallows man? A tattooed arm is grabbing you.
No.
And he says,
not so fast. You're not getting out of here yet.
Says that to you.
Not
me.
No, I know. I think Sarah just squeaks. It goes whoops, and just tries to kick out the desk or something underneath to try to give myself a little bit of a slippery.
It's going to be an opposed strength roll.
Oh boy.
We'll give your thug +4 to strength.
Okay.
As he's a thug. And as you give a kick out to try to push this big burly guy.
A 4?
I got a non-natural 20.
Oh no!
So
I'm sorry.
You feel,
Sarah got
as far as
cocky.
strength is concerned, not gonna happen. You're gonna have to.
No,
get
I
more
meant not kick him out, kick the desk out to kind of create.
Interesting.
But if it's a big old,
I think you still, regardless,
desk. Okay.
rolled good. Your hand is on that gun. You feel that way, but in the current moment, you are grappled in a way. Can we roll initiative?
Sure.
Sure.
We're just gonna do I'll just give you some stats, daughter.
16.
You're good, but go ahead and roll. Probably just a 12 for this
Yeah,
guy.
12.
He doesn't have any dexterity in my
I know
mind.
what I'm using. Okay.
All right, Nightmire, you are first.
16. Okay.
And also I will say your smoke bomb. The room fills up with smoke. There is a lot of chaos, but one guy got a really high roll to see through it all. You don't feel like the whole room is on you. You feel like this guy is on you.
Yeah. With my other hand, I reach in and pull out my dust of coughing and sneezing that was
Again,
provided to me
yeah.
by Renshaw. And I go, I think I just might, and blow it into his face.
So dust of smoking and sneezing.
Of sneezing and
I got
and
it here.
choking.
You got to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Which is a DC 15.
Yeah.
No, unless he has an insane constitution,
What'd you
because I
roll?
got a 6.
I mean, not going to be that high.
Yeah.
So he breathes in the stuff. It is you become unable to breathe, sneezing uncontrollably, and you become incapacitated.
He just sniffs the dust for a second and goes, what?
The tiniest little sneeze.
Tiny.
And he just...
And I will say, I mean, incapacitated means you can't do anything, basically. You're speechless, you're surprised, you can't take an action, bonus action, and reaction. I would say
He would also drop the
inherently,
grapple.
You would drop the grapple with that. Nice. He falls back, sneezing adorably, choking, and stumbling into the desk behind him. You have a hand on that gun thing, and you find yourself free for the moment. However, technically, it is
His
your turn. Thug. And so
you get to try to roll out of it at the end of your turn, so you can't do anything but escape it.
I got a 10.
You are still
not gonna have a
sneezing.
+5. Yeah, I was gonna say probably another +4 at the highest. Okay, so then you, Mirelight, dang it, Nightmire, you feel like you can. Well, because like Mirelight, Nightmire, they're the same sound backwards. Ugh.
I did that on purpose.
I know you did, but my brain isn't okay with it. Yeah, you feel free in the moment. I think you look back and see the guy still struggling with the door has abandoned that because he thought there was a fire.
Yeah. I clutch that gun to my chest and say, "Remember your worst nightmare," and skid on out the door if I can, if it's close enough.
It is close enough. You make your mad dash, slide under it, back out into the rain, the fog, not smoke anymore.
I'm gonna keep running just in case
I'm gonna
anybody
make
is
a
like.
couple rolls here. Oof.
So I would use my dash and my cutting action.
Okay. You slide out from this door and you are back out on that like bridge, right? And the very first thing you see when you come out here is there's chaos behind you, the noise and everything, but you have this long bridge that gets you back towards kind of the main part of the city. There is a guy standing there. Actually, we're going to say it's this like burly lady. She's got rings like all on her fingers. Arms crossed, a suit that has no sleeves, very iconic of the Gallows family, slick back hair, and she's grounding a fist into her palm, and she goes, "Silas has had me looking for you, and looks like I finally found you," with a nat 20 on her
Okay.
readiness thing.
Yeah.
You find yourself face to face with this Gallows family tough lady in your way.
Okay.
Let's roll initiative again. Sure. She rolled very well with her. I got a nat 1 on my initiative.
But I also got a nat 1.
Oh.
So is it off dexterity then?
Yeah, it's off dex.
Which I think mine will probably
Yours
be
is pretty
higher.
good.
My dex is a +5.
Yeah.
+7.
Oh my goodness. Yes, you're going first.
Am I anywhere with walls?
No.
No.
You are out over an open bridge.
I'm still okay with that. Bridge, is it like smooth, flat, or does it have like the under trestle kind of look with like the opening? Do you know bridges aren't usually just
like the underside of it?
Yeah, so like
there's a support structure.
Yeah. That is not solid.
No. Yeah, it's like concrete on top of a steel structure type of thing. That's how most of the bridges are.
Yep.
Mel recently actually climbed underneath some structure. There's structure there. It's not magically built.
I go, won't see me for long, and up and over.
Okay.
And like I got my
because you have your
my
climbing
hook things, and I'm going to pull out my grappling hook as a just in case and put it into like I'm gonna have it looped around my arm while I'm using the suction to like move underneath the bridge and kind of do like the monkey bar kind of climb.
You So you start dashing away. You hear a voice up above you like, she's over here. She's over here. And like you can tell they're looking for you, but like not
With the fog
super
and
confident
everything?
in their ability to climb under
Yeah.
or anything like that. Can you, as you start to make a dash out, I don't think you've had to do this yet. Can you make a perception check for me?
23.
With a 23, you hear this soft, like, ooh. And as you're scrambling away from this,
Yeah.
you catch this glimpse of something out of the corner of your eye. Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Oh no. Okay.
As a giant moth
I had to
flies
deal with
in,
him yet.
swirls around next to you, kind of looks you in the eye a little bit, and then its little proboscis comes out.
A 17 though.
A 17, okay, versus... Can you please tell me what clothing item you would be wearing
Yeah.
on the outside of your person? Glove, a boot,
Yeah. Yeah.
your
yeah.
mask, whatever, that you think could be easily snagged by the 19 that I just got.
Oh no.
By a curious little glowing moth.
I mean, I
Not
have a
little.
cloak.
Yeah.
Huh?
I have a cloak. I have a cape, kind of like.
I don't know if I'd say
like
the
half
cloak.
cape.
Yeah, I guess that if you think that would be something that would be easily removed, it would be like a hat or something like that.
Oh,
Or-
the mask is probably easier off my face because it's just one of those.
okay. Yeah, I actually,
like half masks.
Yeah, I actually like that anyway. I think you turn to look, and I think you're surprised to see this very large, 20-foot wide, massive glowing moth that you've never heard of or seen of before. Very soft white body with markings on it, and a little proboscis reaches out and just like slurps the mask off your face. And then tucks it up into its body, and then just curls away into the fog.
I think that I pause my movement, like a little stunned. Like these people. Now I need to try to avoid them being able to see my face. I was like, oh, I needed that. Okay. And then
I love
I
that
hear
this has
everybody
become a
above
recurring
me,
bit.
Yeah,
and
gotta do
I
it.
kind of just have to. I mean, it flew away. So Sarah's just gonna be like, well, that really is not great, and I'm gonna keep going with the
Okay.
with the climbing.
I think ultimately we're not in combat or anything here. They don't exactly know where you are.
Like they lost
You start,
me?
yeah.
Okay, that's
they're not
always the
very
hope.
perceptive. You start getting,
'Cause
and you start hearing the
eyes-
voices disappear behind you a little bit, and you start making your way along the underside of the bridge. You actually see down here as you start going along something Mel saw. As you get into the main part of Mirelight, you're probably pretty tired, but
Yeah.
hanging going underneath. You're kind of getting underneath the bridge's market. There's a couple like undercarriage buildings here that are like basements of the bridge's market's facilities, which is not something you would have known before. And I think you come across one that is this kind of just small room, has a little door and a bridge going off into the fog that you come across.
Interesting. In my map inside my brain, does this feel?
Yes, 100%.
I go to the door and give it a jiggle.
Yep. You go to the door, you give it a jiggle, it opens, swings wide, and it is empty. It is cleared out. This is whether or not this was something that happened because of anything is hard to tell, but it's just an empty room and a stairwell going up.
Are there any markings anywhere?
Not
like
a thing.
things are very, very clear. Okay.
Like weirdly clear.
I shake off my hands, kind of wiggle out that pressure that you get in your arms from hanging. And then I'm also going to take out my tiny little knife and I'm going to cut off a piece of my cape. Put two really not great holes in it and put it
Nice.
over.
Okay,
And tie
yeah,
a
yeah.
new
A
new
loose
not
disguise.
good mask
Yeah, loose
over my
disguise.
eyeballs.
Perfect. And
Then make my way.
okay,
up
heading
the
up.
stairs.
As you head up, you go to the door, you open it. Yeah, it's up the stairwell. You go into the door, you open it, and you find yourself in this kitchen utensil knife shop that seems to be based on your dot and looking around, knowing Mirelight, knowing, quality gear. This is a front.
Yeah, okay.
And you go into this dark, closed room.
Would she notice if the door still has scratch marks on it?
Yeah, probably.
You asked if there were any markings.
What were the scratch marks? Oh,
Didn't know if they'd replaced it yet.
You would see that the reason this door opens is because there's a massive gouge mark
Oh, okay.
And it's nighttime. No one's here. But you find yourself in the main room of this kind of vendor shop that is sort of a front for the Gallows family.
Is this where I think the Hangman's
No.
Noose? Okay. So this is just a different...
Yep.
Okay.
The Hangman's Noose wasn't exactly in the market, but it was close by.
So just in case I don't find anything extra and we're running out of time, the pastry shop nearby, I want to leave the map that I just drew.
So, unfortunately,
Is it
two pastry shops.
Oh,
The one that Mel said you should leave a note at was up on High Street, not nearby at all. The one nearby that you guys dealt with was just an orc lady that helped you out in the escape. That was just like a bakery thing.
Okay.
The one up on High Street is like a croissant cafe.
Okay, so not where Mel's going to be looking for.
I think as you come up to are you leaving the shop?
I would. It's still dark. It's still raining. It's still a little bit foggy. So yeah, I would just use this as like this. This has already been figured out. I feel like anything of use is going to be gone. So Sarah's just going to like peek out, make sure the way is kind of clear, and make a quick judgment in her head of like keep going towards where I think Hangman's Noose is for more info, or leave what info I have for Mel behind.
Okay.
What's closer?
Hangman's Noose stuff for sure.
I got a little bit of time. I'm going to push it.
Okay. We're going to pause right there.
Yeah.
You open the door, and your passive perception, you hear voices. You hear people in the mist, and you even hear like, the Nightmire, she's out tonight. Like you hear almost like sirens, you know what I mean? Like that kind of vibe. We cut from the Nightmire, and we come over to Mel.
Hi.
Mel, you are deep in conversation in this new cool warehouse forward battle station of the Night Watch / the Ogres. They have come to the skyline. They've taken over this Gallows family warehouse. And you guys are in the talks right now of what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow's the election. You got to stay near Renshaw if you can. Keep him safe. Figure out what's going to happen. Maybe he's going to do a big reveal of corruption, etc. The Ogres are going to stay nearby. They're going to provide assistance. All this stuff. You're going through this talk. All of a sudden, you're talking with Lena Cass. She's wearing her Night Watch outfit, the kind of dark purples, etc. Hood back. The door bursts open, and a Night Watch member runs in, and she goes, Lena, there's some sort of commotion happening in the Bridges Market. I heard something about the vigilante, whatever her name is. I think they're out looking for her.
Oh no. Mel just says that completely out of context, so...
Yeah, Lena looks at you and she's like, what is that? Is this something we need to worry about?
If you want to worry about it, you can. It's something I need to worry about. I think I just go, Lena, great talking to you. If I can, I'll see you again tonight, but I might not be able to, so I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Goodbye. I think I just leave.
Okay. You dash out of this warehouse room. I think some of the ogres nearby start whispering and whatnot, and Thunker's like, you good, Mel? As you go to
I'm fine.
and
Don't worry.
Mel dashes out the door into the night of the skyline, and you start rushing up the street towards the Bridges Market. I think you dash out. No one seems to be following you. Lena's like, whatever. And,
I told her she could worry about it if she wanted
yeah,
to.
she's not sure yet. And you make your way out towards the Bridges Market. Pretty soon you start hearing commotion as you get towards the market. There are MMCD officers everywhere. You hear people like shouting. You are starting to need to either sneak or you're starting to need to rush. It's up to you.
I think I'd probably, once I start hearing those and seeing maybe some of it of those patrols and MMCD commotion, I think I'd probably duck behind a building or a stall to kind of edge closer.
So let's get a stealth check from you. I'm going to give you advantage just because they are not looking for Mel right now.
Ooh, that's a good number. That's a 24.
24. You slide in behind a booth. And you start to just listen. You are an investigator. You are paying attention. And you start sneaking forward and pass through some areas. There's a couple MMCD officers, soft red glow of these like crossbow rifles that are clearly not just in the hands of Captain Calloway anymore, or Lieutenant Calloway anymore. They're starting to get distributed. And you dash through and you dash through. And you're feeling pretty stealthy.
Do I hear any more details about this commotion?
Mm-hmm.
Not about what's going on, just that there's the Nightmire's out and you are sneaking along. Nightmire.
I've opened up the door. I'm hearing all of this commotion, and I have nervous little oh, and I put my hand on my little purple pouch and I go, Caro, I'm getting pretty popular. Ooh.
Make an insight check.
Sure.
Nice.
Oh, not so great. I rolled a 9.
Yeah, with a 9, you're not getting a response this time. Whether or not that's because she's not there or because
Or I'm
it's
focused
butterflies
on
and
what's
focused,
happening.
you're not sure.
Yeah, no, my heart is pounding.
Yeah.
That lady that was looking for me was so beefy, and I'm like proud of myself that I got away. But it's getting harder and harder. Like, I've been creating so much chaos and so much notoriety that it's starting to get a little hairy feeling. For like, there's more things to get away from. I still don't feel very confident in any sort of like fighting skills, but I have super been practicing with all of this new gear that Rinshaw got me to be able to try to get myself out of some sketchy situations.
So let's
Door opened, I'm peeking out.
Yeah.
I make that little nervous thing.
let's roll initiative here
Sure.
for all three of us. This isn't combat so much as rounds of what's happening.
That's a 4.
23.
Okay, so Nightmire, you
Okay.
go first, but I do think with what I got too, you know that like that lady might even be coming here. You're not sure. You guys, both Mel and the Nightmire, came through the Bridges Market, and you guys noticed an increase in sort of like MMCD activity. Your notoriety, for example, rumors of ogres being in the skyline, stuff like that. There is just a bigger force here. You feel good about your stealth right now, but there are lots of voices coming from all the way around you.
Okay. I'm going, like, feeling a little sense of urgency. With a look out the door, I'm going to try to make my way towards that Hangman's Noose. I still have that sense of needing to complete something.
Okay. Reminder that if you ever feel the need, you do have that crossbow thing in your inventory.
Was it a finished one?
You have absolutely no clue. You could
I
make
am
an
not-
Arcana check if you want, but I'll tell you it's a high DC.
I think I would try to make my way a little bit further away from like the first sense of safety from that bridge, because I feel like that would be one of the first places that they look.
Okay.
So I would try to get somewhere else first before I take a moment.
All right. Advantage stealth check as you dash across the market.
16.
16? Okay. You make your way across and dash through. You dash past that same baker stall where that orc lady had offered you guys a free sweet roll as you escaped from the MMCD the first time around.
It's late and everything's kind of closed, right?
Well, it's not everything's closed. The Bridges Market is definitely one of those areas that has stuff happening a lot, but the stuff at night is less like vendors and more like nightclub restaurants things.
Okay.
So this main section where it's mostly tents and these like makeshift buildings, there's not much happening.
Okay.
You dash across, you're kind of heading, towards where the skyscrapers begin, right on the edges of the market, and you make your dash across.
Okay.
You hear a voice from behind you, that same female voice, running in, and she is scanning around. She's going to use her turn to look around for you. And you hear as you make your way away, she goes, "The door over here is open. I think she's in the market." And she's nearby. But
Okay.
she did not see you this
Yeah.
time. Mel.
I would have used movement, dash,
you're-
and cunning action to
you're
like just
fast, yeah.
fly. Okay.
It's more of like she's basically looking for tracks at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Not necessarily combat. All right. And why don't you make a perception check?
Oh yeah,
Because you're kind of in the market as well.
the 9.
9. Okay. Yeah. You just hear the voices, the chaos.
Do I hear anything about somebody saying?
Not with a 9.
Okay. I think what Mel would do, because he knows that the Nightmire has so far been pretty good about, and I do know that I sent her on a mission to do things for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Mel is also definitely looking, if not to like fully like distract the MMCD or find her, I think what Mel is looking for is making sure that the Nightmire is not here by the time these guys sweep the market. I'd maybe just move along kind of closer into the middle of the market, still like behind stalls and everything. Actually, do I see, if I look around, do I see any like open doors, windows?
Make a perception check. You rolled poorly, didn't you?
I for a second I got a 16, but
No, you did already. You see vendor stalls. You see some of the buildings. I mean, it depends. There's it's an open market, so there's a lot of open things in here, but depends on what you're trying to do.
I too, just as a distraction, I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
And within 30 feet of me, I want to and make it slam open and then slam shut.
Okay. I like that. Why don't you... Or actually, I'll just roll a perception check. You look across. Do you see this random restaurant building? And with the flash of green of your eyes, your power, the door flies open. Bang! And then bangs closed again. And you hear voices, and Nightmire, you hear this too, of going, "She's over here! She's over here!" And you hear this door slam open and slam closed, and voices move away from your position.
Okay. I think that I would be like startled and like whip around to look behind me.
You can make an insight check if you want.
Sure. No. 10?
You're just making an advantage of a situation.
Okay.
Taking advantage
Yep.
of a situation.
So is it back around to me then? And
Yep.
okay. So then I would just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to get myself a little bit further away from this lady. So not trying to look for a place to like pull over and check out this crossbow, but continuing on towards Hangman's Noose.
Okay, you make your dash across. It wouldn't take you too terribly long, especially with the people not being nearby you right now.
Mm-hmm.
They heard a noise, they assumed. To make your way kind of towards the edges of a Bridges Market, I think you get to this point where the fog clears up just enough that you're able to see this building. You're kind of thinking about your map, you're thinking about the spot on it, kind of right at the edges of the market, past a little vendor stall that sells kebabs.
Okay.
Very nondescript. Nothing, no visible sign. You just see this little side entrance, almost like maintenance door on the skyscraper. Seems to be in the right spot. No, you don't know.
There's a whole bunch of other buildings around here too, though.
Lots of other buildings, but you are like, because you got a nat 20 on that freaking investigation check. You're 100% sure this is the door, but you were probably expecting like a big neon sign that said "bad guy lair," and it's a little maintenance door.
I am like stroking that purple pouch, and I go, "Well, that's just kind of disappointing looking now, isn't it?" All right, Carol.
No sense of theatrics.
All right, Carol, let's go see if there's anything of note. And
can you make another insight check for me?
21.
Can you roll a d20 plus 4 for me, please? Okay. I think you go for the door, Nightmire. You head, right? You're heading for that maintenance door. As you head for that maintenance door, this is kind of your turn. You get your hand around the handle, you twist, and it's open. And you you pull it open probably quietly, I assume.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've made that attempt, but I'm never expecting to need to be super careful. I'm still, just expecting things to kind of go my way. So yeah, just absolutely door open, peeking around.
Yep.
That's
your turn. You open the door. On the inside of the door, you see a noose painted on the inside.
painted. Okay. I was like, whoa.
No, it's just a symbol, and it's a noose. I think as you get a little better view of it, it's also kind of artistically done in such a way that it also kind of looks like a letter G.
Is it in here?
No.
So
very
it's,
dark.
It's dark.
Yep. Before you get your more of your turn, we're gonna look for you again.
Mm-hmm.
Mel.
Do I need to stealth or just is
no?
it that because I wasn't being, okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Mel, you slam that door. People are rushing. 30 feet from you is not very far. People are rushing that area, and I think as they start rushing that area, you hear those voices, people shouting like, "She's over here! The Nightmare's over here!" You know that that's not where she is. She's somewhere else. Marv pings in your head, and he goes, "Hey, I got a feeling.
Okay.
It's that way," and he points towards kind of like off to the left a little bit down the edges.
How does he
of Marv.
point in the sword? Does the
He
sword
points
move?
in her brain.
Oh,
It's
want you to
directional
describe
pings.
this to me.
Yeah.
How does
It's like
Marv the sword?
it's a compass. It's like a quest marker on the compass at the top of the screen.
Okay.
Yeah. And he turns your head in such a way, and he's like, "Hey, I got a familiar feeling. I think it's our mutual friend."
Oh, that's a better direction. You know what? She just takes a look around for a second at the swarming MMCD and just all of this, and goes, better over there than over here. And I think she'd dash. I guess I'd try to be a little bit stealthy, but to like not be like super loud.
Yeah.
Attract attention,
Then
but I'd
roll
dash.
that check.
Mel is not a overthinker of things.
12. Okay. You go to make that dash, and right as you're about to kind of clear the tents, you skid a little bit. Your foot trips on like a little cord, and you make a noise behind you, and you start to hear the sounds of these MMCD officers rushing towards you.
Is
Whether
it
or not
still
they
my
see
turn?
you right now, there's a lot of fog around. That's hard to be seen. It's still your turn, but you made a noise. You still got an action.
You don't misty step and stuff.
What? Oh, you're right. You're still working off that same day.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't get a rest at all. So I think if I've still got my action, I think what Mel would do is, seeing that she made a noise, I'd get a dash action to veer away from that. Where I think I'd maybe still head towards that direction, but instead of go off away from the MMC.
Zigzag, not
Zigzag,
directionally.
not
Yeah.
directional. Okay. You make a dash. You're using all your action and everything to move. Okay. Nightmire, you open the door, and darkness inside. Darkness and quiet on the inside. Weird. You're like, shouldn't this be something? It's just a narrow little hallway that curves around. You can't really see very far.
I think she's going to make sure that she can get out, because it's weird that now that she's thinking about it and it's dark and it's kind of creepy. She wants to make sure that she doesn't get locked in. So I'm just going to reach around and fiddle with the door handle from the other side and see if it turns or if it's auto locked.
This isn't open.
Okay.
Nothing, no weirdness. as
No
far as you're
weirdness of
concerned.
like I walk in through the door and it's going to lock on
Nope.
me from behind. Okay. I'm going to come in and shut the door and turn on my little lantern so that I can keep things
Yeah,
kind of
you
and
have,
have
like,
the
the
ability
hooded
to like
lantern thing,
close it. And go sneaking around
Okay.
and see what I can find.
You curve around the corner. You see that the hallway opens up on the far side of this
Mhm.
room. Go ahead and make a stealth check. You still have advantage.
I always have advantage, but I rolled the same number and it's a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
No.
You make your way into this opening,
Uh-huh.
and kind of like almost like the catwalk you were on a second ago, a more nice glass balcony in front of you. It's clearly like a foyer to a room that's down below a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You cover your lantern a little bit and enter into this area, and you can see down, looking into this central room, it's weird. It's like cleared out. There is this open room it doesn't look natural. It looks like they took a skyscraper and cleared all the rooms, cleared everything out. And in the central of the room is just a hole in the ground. About 12 by 12 square hole in the ground. And as you're looking down there, you look directly into the eyes of about 12 Gallows family members who are all standing there, looking up your direction, hearing the commotion of stuff going on. And you see one of them look up at you, holds out like a billy club thing and points and shouts. And we're seen.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of people in here.
Who's up
lot
there?
of people in here.
Okay. Is it still my turn then, or is it moving?
I mean, that was just movement and searching, so you still got an action. These guys aren't necessarily close to you, but you notice there's some stairwells coming up to this area, and they have seen you with a 9.
I would shutter the lantern and toss a smoke grenade towards like where I think that they'd be coming up at me at, and start trying to back out.
Okay.
Way too many people. I found the place that I needed to find. I'm outie.
Yeah, I think you start dashing back towards the door. We're going to do one final just kind of roll here.
Oh, okay.
To see
I
what
might
happens.
get pinched.
Maybe.
Okay.
And you get to the door, you slide it open, and you find yourself face to face with a figure in the night.
Oh, boy.
With a hood and a white eyeball mask
Okay.
over it.
Yeah.
You have your mask on.
Yep.
She looks at you and she goes, "Boy, you're going to be trouble, aren't you?"
Who's a white eyeball mask?
Mhm.
This isn't the big burly lady.
Remember, you've seen one of these
You've
masks
seen
before.
one of these masks before, and your mind clicks into what Mel told you about somebody with the night watch. Somebody
Oh.
else who's been looking for you too in this moment tonight. She goes, "Come with me. We'll help you out."
Ooh. Can I insight?
Sure.
9.
Again?
Yeah.
I mean, you think you know who this is. That's up to you. Insight-wise, she is extremely hard to read. This is a masked person, very composed, standing very like fit and whatnot.
So I guess like just from Sarah's memory then, like was Mel's description of this was last interaction like that this would possibly be like maybe not a friend, but at least the enemy of my enemy kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Like, honestly, a little bit of a kindred spirit type situation, but for a different reason.
Okay. So I look up at her and I go, I'm already in a lot of trouble. We got company.
She goes,
and then just from
she
there.
says, "We always do." She's going to grab your hand and dash.
Okay, I let her.
Okay. As she dashes in, I was rolling twice that whole time to see which person would find you. So it was the good one. She got a nat 20. So
Sweet.
You dash through, and I think, Mel, you even probably hear a familiar like whistle, because once upon a time they had all like whistled to gather up their Night Watch forces. You hear this as they go through the crowd, and you're zigzagging one way or the other, but you hear this familiar noise of somebody like calling you back to, safety. And you can roll a perception check if you like, but can you do a stealth check, Nightmare?
Yeah. Hopefully better than the last one. Yeah, that's a non-nat 20.
Nice.
I finally got a good roll on perception too, an 18.
You probably even see these two figures dashing through, a hooded, purple-dressed figure, Lena Cass, dashing through, towing behind Nightmire behind you. And I'll say in this moment with some
black cape
yeah,
fluttering.
with just the timing and everything, you guys are able to clear out the market, get out of safety, head back towards this warehouse facility.
Do I see like Mel come up on
I think
that?
partway
yeah,
down
I think
the road.
I just like see that and back around.
Yeah, you guys can chat or whatever if you
And
want.
it's been a night, Mel. I finally found your stuff though.
Oh, that's good. You're getting popular.
Yeah, I am.
That's not something to be happy about.
No, it's getting kind of scary.
Lena's like, all right,
Yep.
save it for the base. And you guys dash down the street. You notice there's some people in this alleyway protecting this area. Burst through this door, close it down, everything shuts down, everybody's quiet for a little bit. You let the mood calm down. And after a little bit of time, the lights come on. Nightmire, you find yourself in a room full of various people, half dressed in normal clothes, half dressed in these kind of like cool purple sort of ninja armor-esque outfits, and a bunch of ogres, which you probably have never seen before but have heard of. And they're all like, start chatting. They basically ignore you. They start chatting. They're talking about stuff. And Lena kind of picks you up, pats you on the back, and she goes, "Welcome to the Resistance."
I think my eyeballs are so wide that Sarah finally feels kind of like she stepped in it. Like she's been so mad at her dad and just really vengeful. And this feels like way more than she bargained for. But there's that tiny inkling of hope that somebody will be able to help her. Mel might be able to help her with Caro. But still, this is just like overwhelming. And so like eyeballs super wide at these big burly creatures that she has never experienced. All of these other people in masks like hers, and she thought she was pretty unique. And then just like glancing over at Mel, the finally like familiar face. And I think I'm gonna like inch Mel's way a little bit.
I think Mel's just definitely just standing there and notices you inch closer. And just wait, actually, can I make an insight check on her?
Sure. I'd give you advantage.
That is a 17.
I mean, unless you're trying to deceive something.
Nope.
Nightmare.
Eyeballs are super wide with this like narrow strip of Zorro mask going on now instead of my elaborate fancy mask, and just eyeballs super wide. And I go, "Hey Marv, hey Mel,
Hey, don't worry, they're friendly."
Marv pipes up too, and he's like, "Yeah, they're all right. Don't worry about it. Except that one." And then all of a sudden, this ogre comes over. This big lady. Big lady. She has a cleaver on her belt. She's wearing an apron that is covered in a questionable amount of red liquid. She comes over. She crosses her big burly arms, and she goes, "Well, good to see you."
Good to see you too, Mama.
And looks at you, and she's 12 feet tall, reaches a hand down to shake
this big meaty
Nightmire's hand. She goes, "I'm Mama Gloomrage. Nice to meet you."
I just like big swallow gulp, glance very sideways
I just
at Mel.
put a hand on your shoulder and said, "Don't worry."
Reach out my tiny little
She
human
basically grabs you with the finger and thumb, shakes it. She goes, "Oh, go ahead."
Your worst nightmare?
Sure. And goes, "Come on in. We'll get you some food." And Mama goes,
nobody still has an idea of my actual, just
and no
Mel,
one's going to ask.
and-
You get the feeling that not a single person here would worry about asking your identity.
Okay, cool.
This is not the type of people worried about that sort of thing. Mask on, Mama goes over. She's on the grill that they have now in this warehouse. There's this like converted
just set up a
warehouse. There's a
grill.
big table in the middle with a map of Skyline. Like, this was not a big deal for them to come rescue you, basically. And Marv pipes up as everybody kind of clears out, and he goes and he's like, I think we might be onto something about your friend Caro. I was able to sense something.
We got a feeling.
Yeah. I was able to find, we were able to kind of pinpoint you. Were you like, what were you doing at that time during the whole chaos?
I was in the hangman's noose.
You found it?
I sure did. Whew.
Well, that's
and I
good.
pull out my journal and pass it over with the map. I go, it was weird. There was a big hole in the ground, and then they were all standing around it. And then they saw me, and then I found her, and I point to the masked lady that
she
I'm
has
aware of.
pulled her mask off now. She's gone off, but you see this kind of like long blonde hair, pretty composed, very like giving orders, militaristic almost in her approach. People are coming to her and treating her like a leader.
Okay. And then I found her, and it's like she already knew where she was supposed to be, so maybe she knows more than she's been telling you. I don't know, but
She has a habit of appearing at places. Tried this before.
well, her luck is on point, and whew, it's getting sketchy out there, Mel.
Yeah, well, that's for all of us. Hopefully now, though, we'll be able
What do
to resolve some of it tomorrow.
What do you mean about Caro? What do you know? Can you help?
I'm just like
Leaving it to
examining the
Marv.
map, and I think I'm like hearing what she's saying, but not really paying attention.
I poke my purse on my hip. Caro,
Don't do
Kara, did you
that.
hear that?
Marv's like, hey, like I said, I'm still not 100%. I still don't know for sure, but I got a feeling. And I was able to kind of like pinpoint it. I even feel like a little bit of residual now. So I'm not really sure what it means still. It might just take time, but
Okay.
we're getting there.
You've
Okay.
been listening, right?
Listening?
Listen.
Yes. Yeah.
Marv's like, you gotta listen, kid.
Well, I've been talking.
Well, you gotta listen sometimes.
All right.
Have a conversation.
Yeah. Let the world calm down.
I walk
Open
off.
your ears.
I want to keep everybody in my peripherals, but I want to like pace the wall. Be like, sure, I can listen.
You're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Mel, also, as you're looking through the journal, you got a better idea of the map that you had seen a map, but it was torn off. They had tried to get rid of it. You didn't see this part. You got that Hangman's Noose symbol in the middle. You also get the information about the hole in the ground. You had just experienced something like this the night before. They were creating rifts and sending gloam spawn down to the streets. So you hear hole in the ground, guarded by a bunch of people.
And that's definitely a trigger for me.
Something, yeah. Why is the Hangman's Noose? What is this hole in the ground? You know a little bit there. And Lena probably comes over at one point and she's like, well, that was a fun little detour. We should probably make sure we're ready for tomorrow, though.
I show her the map. So she did what I asked her to. She found the gallows hideout. We've been working to. We all have shared goals.
You think
But-
this is where they got my sister?
They have her anywhere, that's where she'll be.
And that's where I found your friend? All right. Well, maybe tomorrow night we'll deal with that problem. But tonight we need to focus on the election and what's going to
Yes,
happen
sir.
tomorrow. We think that's a plan. Sounds like there were a lot of guys there.
I think I kind of like turn over to the Nightmire at the wall, just like firsthand confirmation. Said there were a lot of guys there, right?
It sure felt like an awful lot of guys.
All right.
Okay.
I'll get some people scoping it out tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But for now, let's just rest. We'll relax. We'll figure it out. Nightmire, you wander off.
Yeah, I'm pacing. I'm like, I can listen. I can do that. I can listen. I say, Caro, you hear that? I'm listening. And just like, like big deep breaths in, big deep breaths out. Like, oh, I can do this. I can do this. And I want to try
To listen.
to meditate on it. And
All
try
right.
to like get deep down in, see if I can like brain connect in. Shut up, brain. Just listen. And like work myself kind of down into something
Okay.
and just see.
We'll say
what I can do.
you find a spot. I think you're kind of getting settled down like a dog trying to get a good position. You
Yeah,
pace
like,
for a little bit, and then
honestly-
eventually you got to calm down, right?
Yeah, because adrenaline level is
Yeah.
just so high. Things have been feeling like everything's been piling up. I'm getting information about Caro, but I'm getting, there's these adults that are like wanting more of me, and people like the MMCD. Like I just used to be harassing my dad and rooting his stuff, and for a good year.
Mhm.
That's all that was.
Yep.
And now suddenly everything has just become so much, and it just feels like I'm finally getting close to doing something with Caro, but also things are
Getting
really
wrapped
scary
up.
out
Yeah,
there. But yeah, so just trying to get
I think at
settle
one
down,
point,
get that heartbeat
yeah,
lower.
I think at one point this towering figure comes over and pats you on the back very aggressively and slides you a meal, and like a warm cup of tea, leaves you alone. She's like, she goes, this should help calm me down.
And that I think that actually is going to have Sarah feel like just a huge blast of emotion. Because whoever has brought her something without her having to ask for it.
Mhm.
She just got
Especially,
served.
what was her name?
Uh,
Sharon.
Oh yeah.
Your
Yeah, no.
your server that
Yeah.
hates you for no reason. Yeah, Mama Gloomrage came over, slid you some food, patted you on the back, and said, "Here, this should calm you down," and leaves. No questions, no thought.
and not asking me for anything.
No, not even a little bit.
I think my eyes water.
Oh, so sweet.
And that I sit down and I
Mama
look at this.
also probably knew.
Yeah.
She is Mama Gloomridge.
Yeah.
Mama. I think Sarah just like slides down against the wall with this food, a little misty-eyed, and starts to eat and just.
Yeah. Okay. I will say, why don't we roll an insight or perception check? I think
Okay.
this is what we were doing last time we were
Mhm.
dealing with this. I will give you advantage as you've calmed yourself down.
Okay.
Starting to listen, like Marv said, feel
17.
a 17. Okay. Yeah, Marv said, you gotta calm down, you gotta listen. You gotta listen. And Mel said it takes time and you gotta listen. You keep hearing about this listening thing and you keep talking, but you haven't really, truly taken a moment to listen.
Yeah. I think like my eyeballs are all misty. I'm like eating this meal that Mama Gloomrage gave me and kind of staring off into space. That whole like not focused on anything, just kind of empty, warm feeling.
You get this feeling of, warm. The warm going down from the hot tea, this warm bubbling up inside of you, this feeling of comfort. You're picturing Caro, you're picturing this person, this friend of yours who disappeared, died, a year ago. Marv, very helpful, but very sure that she is gone in the sense that you know, but that doesn't mean she's gone completely. You just might not have that same sort of physical friend around. And as you're thinking about that and kind of opening your mind almost to the idea that maybe it's not as cut and dry as finding your friend so much as it is of finding her presence. You feel this emotion, vision come up into your head where your friend that you're remembering, you're laughing on a rooftop, you're running away from your father's dog, you're causing this kid chaos and how it's evolved into this different kind of chaos. And you're sitting there and it's almost like you feel someone take a seat next to you, but it's like this. There's no one there. It's clear that there's no one there, but there's like a presence next to you. And just with a little nudge of the shoulder, like a friend bumping your arm saying, hey, I'm here if you need me, but I'm going to stay silent in this moment too. You just feel this presence and a sense of calm.
I think that misty-eyed, I actually like just totally bubble over and the tears just start to quietly stream down my face.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna make a perception check. No.
Okay.
I noticed nothing.
In that moment, we end this episode with you guys preparing for this election tomorrow, this chaos that's been happening in the city tonight, the MMCD crackdown happening, and this feeling of accomplishment and preparedness. I'm going to say that you guys are going to level up. Mel, that is a level up for you however you want. The Nightmire, I think I'm forcing you
Magic Initiate.
to either your choice, Magic Initiate Warlock or Multi-Class Warlock.
Yep.
As you feel that your level up is not necessarily caused by you, but a presence attached to you. Yeah. In the same sense that Marv is. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
I actually teared up a little bit.
I'm sorry. It was sweet.
I did it to myself.
That's all right. Hey,
Good.
we get emotional occasionally on Dad Bencherous.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. We're going to jump back in next week with some boosted up characters and an election, finally, that we've been talking about from the beginning.
Yeah.
What will happen? Only time will tell, specifically a week from today. Thank you all for joining us.
And we'll see you next week
On
Dadventurous.